Top of the morning to you. Today is Tuesday, is it not? October the 11th. And once again, oh no, it's the 12th. It's October 12th. And once again, I'm filling in for Father Joe, who just doesn't seem to be around much anymore, you know. A couple of questions that came in. I thought they were interesting. First one, does it really matter if I don't go to Mass regularly? If I pray every day, am engaged in spiritual literature, and even use some Catholic social media? Well, part of the question is a little bit ambiguous. It doesn't really matter if I don't go to Mass regularly. I don't know what that means. We are asked to celebrate the Eucharist together once a week. For other reasons, health reasons, or other serious family obligations to prevent us from doing that, then that's understandable. It is important to pray every day, to be involved in spiritual literature, and listening to social media. Depends what kind of social media that you listen to. To be honest with you, I'm not a big fan of EWTN in the way its attitudes and its policies, but that's me. That's just me. You may find it very, very beneficial. The idea of celebrating the Eucharist together, the best example I can use is my mother always wanted us to gather together Sunday for a meal. And my mother was a wonderful cook, so for a lot of reasons, we never missed that Sunday afternoon meal. But it was more than just an obligation. It was coming together to share each other's presence face to face. And it meant a great deal to my mother that we could sit down around the table and she could serve us. And I feel that's the same way with the Lord. He invites us to come in, sit down, let me wait on you, let me tell you through sacred scripture and giving myself away to you in the body and blood of the Lord, how much I care for you, how valuable and precious you are in God's eyes. So it's really understanding the Eucharist, not just as an obligation. Yeah, I was obliged to go to my mother's house for dinner. But I also realized my mother was a tremendous expression of her love for me, for my dad and my sister and my brother. That's what I saw it as. So if I wasn't able to get there, it was always a good reason. And I would call my mother and explain to her, Mom, I can't make it because something has come up. I have a serious issue in the parish that I'm dealing with. So I hope that's helpful. Sharing the Eucharist as often as we can is a wonderful blessing and gift, as is our private prayer and the way we live the message of the Eucharist in our daily lives. Second question. There was a time when high school graduations began with an invocation and ended with a closing prayer by the clergy. When did this practice stop and why? I cannot give you the exact date when it stopped, but it occurred with some individuals feeling the school, like Danvers High or Westford Academy, or Acton, Boxborough, was not separating religion from this secular event. And people complained to the different superintendents or the principals, and they would take it to court. So many of the superintendents and principals decided, well, if we can take care of this quietly, just by not having a prayer, then we'll go with that. So that's really one of the backgrounds to it. You may have heard the wonderful story about the valedictorian who got up to give his presentation or her presentation, and he sneezed on purpose, and everybody in the audience said, "God bless you." So it was a roundabout way of getting the Lord involved in a graduation. But that's what happens when some people complain. that they don't feel God has any place to play in a secular event. And there's some value to that. They have to respect their opinions and their thoughts. Hope that's helpful. If not, don't hesitate to get back to Father Joe. He's the answer man for all of these sensitive, delicate issues. God love. Have a blessed week. Oh, there's a surprise question. Another surprise question. What is your favorite food and why? My favorite food is anything that's in front of me when I'm hungry. Anything whatsoever. But my mother's favorite meal was about a 6 or 7 pound roast beef with roast potatoes, 4 vegetables, and lots of beautiful gravy. That was my favorite meal. But then there was also roast leg of lamb, roast stuffed chicken. There was also, my mother made a beautiful fish dinner. There was a stuffing of haddock with a white cream sauce. It was just magnificent. My mother was also made great lamb chops and pork chops. So what can I tell you? Hope that's helpful to you. God love, blessings.